Hi everyone, this is Yana Smakula. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're lighting up the city holiday die. I have been enjoying interactive cards lately, and I know you guys have been enjoying them just as much as I have. So I kind of wanted to do more interactive projects. And one of the things I really wanted to do was add lights to my city holiday die set, along with the new everyday city holiday add-ons. So in this video, I'll show you how I add lights and light up the city holiday die set. Here, I have already die-cut the city holiday main piece from two colors of cardstock. I wanted to create a slightly different type of house, and I also wanted to extend the main building a little bit. I wanted to make this a bit taller. I have the bottom piece cut from brushed black cardstock, and then the top piece cut from alabaster cardstock. The bottom piece was trimmed just a little bit above the door and the gallery window, just a little bit above it, and it was adhered onto the main alabaster piece. Now, the main alabaster piece, I took the insert from the windows and I actually die-cut the window openings into this piece. And in fact, I really love this double color look, and I kind of want to do more of this, where you would have the first floor of the building done in one color and then the rest of the building done in a different color. Love it. Next, for the whole thing to work, I needed to make sure I had a little place with a push me sentiment added onto it, because if I'm going to give this card to a recipient, they need to know what to do. They need to know how to light it up. So I needed to make sure to stamp a sentiment. I'm using the Spellbinders Take Action stamp set. It's a small but mighty stamp set, perfect for those interactive and kinetic projects. I'm using my Misty Light. I have been loving this platform lately, and I'm stamping Push Me onto the yellow door die cut. It kind of makes sense here because, you would push the door to open it, but it's not going to open. Instead, the windows are going to light up. So that's the idea for this card. Now, I taped the door die cut with my Best Ever Craft tape onto the Misty Light platform, but you can use magnets if you are working on, a larger piece of cardstock. You have magnets there to hold the paper down, but for this, because this die cut was so small, it made sense to use tape. And you guys, seriously, I am loving the Misty Light platform. This is like my, fourth or fifth time using it, and I don't know if I'm ever going to go back to the regular Misty. We will see. I already have all of my die cutting done. You can see I have the die cuts separated in little dishes there at the top, little heart-shaped dishes. But before I start assembling everything, I need to also add a piece of acetate. So I'm just cutting acetate 2 size, and this is going to be cut to about 3.5 by 3.5 inches. This is going to be adhered from the back of my die cut, and it's going to give me that glass-like look on the finished card. I'm using double-sided tape and adding a whole bunch of it in between the windows and also around the perimeter of the house to adhere the clear acetate piece. Next, I am going to do some assembly because I need to know where to add the lights. And for that, I want to adhere the windows, and I also want to adhere the awnings because I don't want these lights to be blocked by anything. So I first need to attach the pieces that I have planned, and then based on the placement of those pieces, I'll be able to attach my lights. So I die cut the window frames from white cardstock. I'm using tweezers and barely art glue and adhering those over the die cut openings in my base die cut. I'm going with the original window shape, the arch, but as you guys know, many of you requested we add rectangular windows, so we now have those available as well if you prefer the rectangular windows. In fact, I am using both types of windows for this card. You'll see me add rectangular windows to the first floor later once I start assembling that. Here I have the EZ lights. I'm using one with the 3 lights. So this will allow me to light 3 windows in my apartment building, and I kind of need to figure out the placement for the battery. So I know that the door will serve as a button. You will press onto the door where it says push me, and that will press on the button of these lights. So I need to plan the placement of the button and make sure it is placed where I plan to place the door. For this house, I am altering the placement of the images slightly, and I will have the door in the center, and I'll have 2 windows, one to the left and one to the right. So this die cut is not going to be assembled as intended. I'm just going to alter it slightly. At this point, I am first going to place the awnings because they are covering parts of the window and I don't want them to cover the lights. I die cut the awnings from black and white cardstock. I do have that black on the first floor and I felt like that was really nice and it fit well with the color combo. My color combo is very bold today. It's basically white, black, and red with a touch of yellow. So now that I have the awnings placed, and by the way, the awnings come from the new Everyday City Holiday add-on die set. Be sure to check that out. I have awnings for these arch-shaped windows and the rectangular-shaped windows. Now that I have those, I can plan the placement of the lights. I wasn't sure where to place the lights. At first, I kind of wanted to place them at the bottom of my window, as if I had like a table lamp lit in the room. But then I decided, no, I'm going to place them at the top as if that's the central, like the main ceiling light in the room. I'm using Best Ever Craft Tape to tape down the wires. The wires are a little tricky. I mean, you have all of these wires and you have to be kind of careful. You have to plan the placement and it just takes some patience in taping. It's not rocket science. It's not hard to do. In fact, once you do it once, I mean, it's pretty easy. Very, very easy to do. And here you can see how I tape those wires. I flip my die cut to the front constantly to check if I have any wires sticking. And if I have any wires visible from the front of my card. I did have one, so I fixed that with tape. And I'm also constantly checking to make sure that the lights work and everything lights up as intended. And there it is. Very, very easy. Now I decided I wanted to add curtains to one of the windows. I didn't want to do curtains for all of the windows because that would probably be a little bit too overwhelming. So I just added a pair of yellow curtains to one window. Next, I have another black die cut. So this is the same City Holiday die cut from black cardstock. I'm using scissors and I'm giving this a haircut because I don't want this die cut to be visible from the back. Now, this is going to create or add the color behind my open windows. I want the windows to be dark. So therefore, I'm using black cardstock, and that's why I have the light, because the light will illuminate those dark windows. This is basically an evening scene or a nighttime scene. So of course, there's no light in the windows. The rooms are dark, and that's why we have the lights in there. I've already added double-sided foam adhesive tape around the windows on the back of my die cut. I am using the Alt New tape. I have their slightly thicker tape, and this accommodates the thickness of the battery and like the light up mechanism. Next, I have this piece, which is actually a roof piece. I die cut this twice from white cardstock. I glued it together to make it sturdier, and then I added double-sided foam tape strips from the back, and now I'm adhering this onto my house, but I flipped it upside down. So now it's creating this interesting architectural element, which is also going to be like a one giant flower box. I die cut some grass from green cardstock. This is the Spellbinders Peridot. And I die cut some flowers from the Spellbinders Yellow. This is Saffron. And I added those onto the card. Now I also have another awning die cut. And I cut this one from red cardstock. This one is meant to go over the gallery window, but I'm changing the look of my City Holiday die cut, and I'm adding 2 pieces, trying to create like one seamless awning on the front of my card on the first floor. and I die cut that in red, and that provides so much contrast. Now with that done, I can add the door with the stamped push me. And I also have 2 rectangular window frames cut in white, and these are going to go on the first floor. I also added yellow curtains to those windows, tiny little flower boxes, and some additional grass. And I love the way this looks. Keep in mind, I'm constantly checking to make sure that everything still works. You can see I constantly press the button and check on the lights. I wanted this to be a birthday card, so I used a happy birthday sentiment from the Ideal Moment Better Press sentiment set. This is a Better Press plate and die set. I foiled that in opaque white foil, cut it out, and I'm popping that onto the card using tweezers in the center of my large red awning, and my card is done. I first added this onto an A2 card, but because I altered the size of my house, it now is a tiny bit taller than 5.5 inches. So I changed things up and I actually added this onto a larger card base, which now measures 4.5 by 6 inches. And check it out. It lights up. Love it. All supplies I used for this card are listed and linked in the video description below. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope I inspired you to do something fun and create an interactive card and enjoy your supplies. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.